Good evening, everybody. So on time, I'm actually early. Crazy, I know. I don't think I'd be be here this early either. uh, yep, seems like everything is all pretty much sorted. I hope. There's bound to be something catastrophic that I've forgotten. And I'll very painfully come to find that out somehow throughout this live stream, but we'll find out. But yeah, hope everyone's doing good on this fine evening. Got another form to pester you all about. You've probably seen it in the Discord, but I'm gonna remind you about it anyways. It's a pinned link in the chat. Maybe I put it in the description, I don't remember, but it's also in the Discord server. This is a mid-season kind of form, just to kind of get a gauge on where things are at, but mainly to flesh out some more details going forward into the future. So please do check that out and fill it out as we go on. Yeah, this will just hash over some of the points that have come up throughout this first season, with plenty of space for other suggestions, but also to discuss about future series, future races, and whatnot. Obviously, as we begin to close in on that, we'll be getting into the sort of first round of well, we're in the ideating, and then hopefully we'll be able to put a vote together in time. But yeah, obviously this one's pretty important because we got to decide what the plan is for next season. Obviously next season will take place over the holidays, so there's a bunch of different options in there about different routes we can take through this next season, as to whether or not whatever we end up doing, basically. So yeah, do check and fill that out, because that is important, and that will cover a lot of key details going forward. And yeah, I'll get the Ginetta server open in a couple of minutes. Everything's all set up. I've literally just got to hit go. But I've set the timer up to be 20 minutes specifically, so we can yeah, I'm not going to launch it till Q2. Just to make sure the timings are all synced up properly. I had thought a little bit about having a practice server open throughout the week, because this server is active all the time. The only difficulty there is that at the moment, I only have the capacity for one server. Or one, as far as I'm aware, I can only run one in AC server instance from this. Which is something that I will have to sort out. We'll have to look into. But I mean, yeah, if people want like practice servers, I probably could put them up. Maybe if we can only run one instance, I have to assume there's a way I could probably run multiple, but I'm not sure. I'd have to do some research into that. If not, could probably alternate them on the days up until the server, but that'll probably have to come once, like, I have some kind of, like, scheduling and automation set up in the server, so the server can, by and large, do things itself, which I haven't gotten around to doing yet. Because, yeah, I mean, the server's live all the time, technically. Like, it's the actual server itself. It's just that the AC server isn't running on it 90% of the time. So we could definitely make more use out of it. And I don't really want to have to go in every day and just keep swapping the the combos out. So yeah, and maybe I have to look into something. But if that's something people want, I could definitely invest some time into it. I didn't actually include that in the form. Oh well, people can suggest it if they want. But I might just do it anyways, because it won't really cost me anything. I paid to have this server up all of the time, so might as well have something up all of the time if we can do it. Okay, not long now. I'll be starting the Ginetta server in just a minute. I did just check, and I did notice that Robert has put his name in. You know what? Actually, I could probably do that quickly now. Let's see. Oh yes, pick deliveries. Right. Maybe put a sticky note reminder to tell myself to do this later. Oh, it's time. Let me hit bonk. Alright, yeah, I'll get that sorted later. Quickly make the announcement. Had a few more people join in from the SRF post the other week, so it's been slowly trickling in, which is good. It's good to see. I'm gonna get rid of the starting tanks actually. Just left that up there. Whoopsie. Okay, hopefully everything is all just working fine. Hey, we're in. Cool. Laguna. Let's put in 2-wing, I think. We can get by with 2-wing, I think. Can't remember for Goodwood if I tried flattening this car out like a pancake or not. Doesn't change a lot. Yeah, we'll try it here. What do we got to lose? Nothing. I'm so glad though I got I got a dual monitor setup running. Oh, this would not be manageable with only a single monitor. Well, it would be. It'd be even more of a pain than it already is. Because what you guys see really is my left monitor. Not exactly my left monitor. It's specific windows I choose to stream, but pretty much it's always something that's on my left monitor. My right monitor, on the other hand, is a cacophony of windows that cover literally everything else. So I've got like OBS, I've got like the music, I've got the chat, I've got the server window. Got another server window for file transferring. Ooh, okay, that was interesting. I just came off because that's not the clamp failing. I think we're good. This car really doesn't go away from 0 RPM. I'm looking at everything. We let him know, just in case he didn't see. Wait, actually, try driving. That being said, I'm not seeing any of the entries here. That being said, I think Phil's fun. This is the car Phil's normally in. I did copy across the entry list, so should be fine. I thought it would have shown those. Would have shown the slots, but I guess not. It's whatever. I'm looking too deep into this. I think it only shows clients that are connected. We should test some stuff. Outside of the racing at some point. Some like server settings, I'm still not 100% sure on what they do. So I guess the one convenient thing about the server not being located on any one of my devices is that I can pretty much do all the testing myself, because I am connecting like anybody else would to the server. Whereas obviously, like, I mean, this is only really for connecting things, but there may be some other quirks of it, you know how AC is. Because obviously when it was running on my other PC, obviously it's bound to the same network, so I could always see it, even if nobody else could. But this is completely separate, not even in the same country. I might have thought might have been a cheeky way around the online safety act, but no. I mean, I picked the server mainly because of it's a decent location with good speeds to basically everywhere at least everywhere in Europe, which is where, like, you know, the main people are going to be connecting from, at least for the moment. Yeah, I thought that might have been a thing, but no, it's... I think that applies even if, provided UK people can connect. Not that it should matter for us, given how small we are, but you never know. You never know. This path feels surprisingly tame around here. I guess it's time I do something stupid and completely ruin the balance. And then die. Horribly, probably. Not that I can really do much. Break the car here, but there's some little bits obviously we can do. Trim out more wing. Already at 2, we go to 1. Push the brake bias back, which I've done a little bit. Seems to be okay at the moment, though. We'll find out when we get to, like, the Andretti hairpin, I guess, as to... And I guess this corner here, what the real effects are. None. Alright. Like a charm. Oh, there goes a cone. Definitely take a bit of fuel out. Hey, yeah, we're actually trying dropping. We'll drop a bit of fuel out. Got, like, I don't know, 26 or something. And then I guess we could trim a bit of wing out as well. We'll leave the brake bias too. Oh, it doesn't stop as well now. Oopsie. Let me try and get back. 99% already? Huh. Must be set to evolve pretty quickly. I think I had it set to 95 by default. Ooh, that was not good on that curve. a bit more slippery now. This doesn't really seem like it's much of a benefit, but we'll see. Oh dear. I'm still pointing the right way, yep. Yeah, I don't think one wing is really worth it, though. He's got a little too touchy. Two wing definitely is the way to go. Methinks. Even try to turn it in traction control, see what that does. And we'll probably die horribly, but we'll find out. Best thing to do is try. Out of the... Big old curve straight. I wonder where everyone else is at, though. Union? Oh. There we go. There's one. There's two. They were lurking around, I guess, waiting for their time. Had to come and put us all to shame. Oh, big slide out of the corner there. Let's see, can I do better with no TC? I almost love to run one TC, so I'd love a little bit more rear rotation, but not quite getting that. I think you need to tread on ice for TC to engage. I underestimate my lead foot capabilities. Got a couple of slips out of this. Whether or not traction control would have caught those, actually, I guess is a different question. Sometimes, yeah, traction control doesn't do anything. Even when you do slide. Oh, I hit that sausage. Ooh. It's close. don't know what I did on that lap that I have currently, but I'm not matching it. But yeah, I probably would have matched it actually had I not have hit that sausage curb. I think that's what did me in. Probably a bit of sloppy driving everywhere else as well, but that was the real killer, I think. I tried lifting the rear end up a little bit, actually. And slammed it all the way to the ground. But that would do... I keep hitting that sausage curb, man. Oh well. That's about 280. Let's see. I thought I managed to beat the timer. No, I didn't. Just ticked over. Oh, Phil got pretty close there in the end. Seems like we've gained one, but scared away a couple. Qualifying time. Thing I have been thinking about actually a little bit on and off. Kind of keep thinking about it and then just not doing it because it's effort. But I think at some point I should probably write up like a bit of a. It's not gonna have a lot in it at the moment, at least, but write up some kind of like. I don't really want to call it a rules book, but probably that's like the best name I could think for it. But kind of just a book that well, not even really a book, but just kind of like a document that kind of, kind of outlines a lot of the details and whatnot regarding things. Just so it's all documented in like one place. So I cover things like, obviously, like registering, racing, points, any kind of additional stipulations and whatnot. And then obviously over time, as we like flesh things out more, that will kind of change and evolve with everything else too. And just be like a one and done affair. Hopefully we don't have to start writing shitloads of actual rules into it, but who knows. Oh, big slide there. I think if I did, I would say my plan has failed, but who knows? Also, nobody reads rules anyway, so I guess a guidelines maybe would be more appropriate than a rule book. So it's more of like, here's useful information. I don't know. Too much for all that. Not me. Okay, not too bad. Nowhere near Mathia's time, but comfortably second at the moment. It'd just be like a convenient place really to store a lot of to kind of have like a written document that kind of details a lot of the decisions we've made over time. partially so I don't forget, but also so that like new people can like see them and whatnot, or if people just want to look at them, you know, it's there. Like, oh, how do we do this? There we go. That's how we do that. You know, like, I don't feel like it's worth making an announcement for like every little change that happens, unless it's something that's actually worth noting. So like some things would just be like noted in like updates to the guidelines or whatever. Mm. 28.8. That felt kind of sloppy, but it was faster. So I'll take it. Whatever the bloody dirt. I don't think this lap's going to be any better. We'll keep it going. See what we can do. These curves are going to be a definitely in the race, though, I think. That's good speed. Yeah, no, we lost one. Pissing time down the drain. Yep, that's going to be somehow not a cut. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't any faster though. That delta's only just spiked. As Mattia further stamps his dominance on this qualifying session. Mattia hasn't set a time. Keeping his cards close to his chest. See the play. Okay, I think, yeah, everything should just be fine as it is. We'll roll with it. We'll see what we get. Goal is obviously going to be podium. I'd like to keep hold of the second place if I can. Who knows how much pace will change throughout the race? But the main thing is just going to be avoiding incidents, and it'll be interesting to see how old Camo Man back there progresses through the field. Because he could end up being a pretty big thorn in my side later on. Or if he gets a good start immediately, who knows? But here we go. He did not get a good start, which works for me. Does still have the inside though. Can't actually see anything to my side. Really? Side by side. He's gonna win out here though. Just need to counter off Bill. Not by doing that though. Bollocks. Bill will dive up the inside up here. Nope, he's not going to take it. That was a little deep into here though, but that worked. Oh, Matteo must have run into some issues. I don't even know if he started. It's unfortunate. real late for the corkscrew. Oh, Phil. Both me and Phil got that wrong. He got it more wrong than I did, though. But the material not get going off the grid? Uh-oh. That's gonna be bad if so. Oh, yeah, he is. He's on the grid, but he hasn't gone anywhere. Oh, no. It's a disaster. Wonder what could have happened. Oh, Robert's gone way deep. Get a throw him off. See if I can maybe try and make it a bit of a dent in the material now. I've got a bit of clean air. I doubt it, but we'll see. Unfortunate. Things haven't quite panned out that way we wanted to. But yeah, one difficult thing I think we're always going to have is obviously continuing on from, or pulling the, see, no surprise that we've pulled largely from the SRS user base, or from the, you know, who was on SRS back in the last few seasons. I got that all wrong. I got the pull. Yeah, so one thing that's kind of difficult with that is one of the problems that I think we actually had on SRS also is that obviously one of the things that I kind of want to, one of the big goals with this is I want to, you know, I want to keep the competition going. Also, like, kind of want to make things a bit more, try and keep things fun. And that's always something that's going to be pretty hard to achieve with this group, at least for like outsiders coming in, because of course we were very, you know, very competitive group of people. But while we, you know, are kind of taking it pretty casually, the level that, you know, we have all pushed each other to throughout the years is, you know, surprisingly high. Not to say we're the best or anything, but like, you know, people who are coming in for a fun time realize that quite off the mark when it comes to the races. And it's not necessarily a slate on them or anything, you know, everyone's going to be at different skill levels, it's just how it is. But yeah, it is hard to think, like, you know, how do we make that fun for them? Like, you know, finishing last second, basically being guaranteed to finish last every week unless you get, like, a lot of luck on your side. And, or, you know, you catch a good break on a compo that you're really confident with. Yeah, how do we keep that fun for people? That's a big challenge, I think, we are going to have to try and figure out. I don't think there is an easy answer, really. Oh, okay. Kind of just slow down a bit excessively over that curve. One of the ideas I have had floated to me a couple of people in the past is the idea of doing some kind of like training or education in a way on like how to making people better in sim racing, but it's a really hard thing to do, and I am no expert. It's kind of hard to think of an angle that I would take to do that. I'd love to help people get better. Right before the start, I'll read that in a second. Right before the start, the pump that pushes all the water out of our condominium stopped working. Oh, yikes! That's not good. Massive floods here these 2 days. It's not good either. Hopefully things aren't too bad where you are. This thing's gonna be real bad. I'm 27 from a TS. I was underwater by 50 centimeters, but it seems to be running fine. Damn. I think that, yeah, as long as it doesn't stop pulling water into like the engine and stuff, I think it's usually fine. That's when you gotta worry. But I think, yeah, as long as the engine is like out of the water and there's no way for water to get in whilst the engine's running, you should be fine. Yeah, that sucks. Hopefully it gets better. Oh, that wasn't a good line. Oh, we have to spread out quite a bit. It's a little trail of dust from Mattia. Oh, I think it might be. He got a little too wide. I'm pulling in a chunk of time running up here. Oh, I got that line wrong. Ooh. Sliding. Taste a bit of blood in the water there. Trying to capitalize. 129. Guess that is bad by his standards. Phil got a 31. Damn. Tail. Window. Of course, he is still quick, even if he is like 5-6 laps down. But yeah, I guess kind of what I was talking about earlier a little bit. Yeah, so I've had a couple of people in the past reach out to me and be like, hey, you know, you could like... They've worded it in different ways, but kind of the short gist of it is like, you know, kind of helping to teach or coach people get better. Like put out some material that would help people do that. But it's kind of tricky because it's like I am not really one who knows all the exact details of everything. I kind of just fucked around and found out throughout thousands upon thousands of hours of fucking around and finding out, really. Obviously, I do know a fair bit, but I wouldn't really ever say I was like, I'd be like qualified for being like, hey, here's how you go fast. I could cover things like, you know, just how to, general guidelines for being a better racer or a better driver, and some of the like mentality stuff. But wouldn't exactly say I'm some kind of speed guru. The thing is, as well, is there's so many different cars and tracks that we'll be using, but like, they all require their own little... Yeah, they're all different in their own way, and they're all require different skills and whatnot, so it's like, can't really go too granular either, because like, sure, I could teach people how to, you know, I could explain to people how to get speed out of like the Ginetta or the Nissan, but that's going to be useless information in like 6 weeks. You know, I feel like it'd be better to have something that's a bit more kind of evergreen in the sense. It's kind of something that makes sense regardless, right? Something that will make you better all around, not just a one-trick pony. I feel like there's probably also loads of videos out there that already cover that topic. So I don't know whether or not that's something that I should throw my hat in the ring on necessarily, even though people have requested it in the past a couple of times. I mean, I did get it as a request through for the initial form to create this. Somebody did bring it up again, and that's kind of why it's sort of stuck around. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Because yeah, obviously it's like telling your friend to come to the swimming pool and then immediately throwing him into the deep end. And then questioning why he isn't having fun. I mean, the easy solution, quote-unquote easy solution, is to just have more people. That's what makes iRacing so good for most people, right? Is that you can pretty much always find a race at any time, any day, and if you pick popular series, they'll usually be populated enough that you'll be able to find some people who are around your skill level that you can race with. Problem solved. Unfortunate thing is, obviously, we don't have that luxury. Getting people is hard. You know, and it's harder to get more people when the satisfaction of some of the people who are here isn't maybe as high as it should be, kind of thing. So ideally the best way, or the easiest way to get the word out there, right, is to just provide a good experience for people and have people waxing lyrical about it to their friends. Then their friends go, ooh, I want to do that actually. Then they get involved and they tell their friends, they get involved, and before you know it, you've got something big on your hands. And obviously this is not going to be something that happens overnight, and it's definitely not something that's going to happen for us in the state that we're in right now. That's for sure. You know, everyone who's taken part in the races so far are people that, you know, I have a connection with in one way, shape, or form. Apart from the couple of, well, I guess the only one entrant who wasn't from around these parts. Old Mr. Shoemaker. But, you know, ideally we want people who will stick around and will be like, yeah, this is good. And that's kind of my focus, at least for these first seasons, is trying to make sure that the people we have are happy and, you know, build a stable core foundational group that we can then work from. You're not catching up to Mattia. Second place might be my best result in this series so far. Fortunate that it has partially come around due to circumstances, but I think even a third place I think would be my best result. I think I've been bottle jumping these races too much. Actually, did I get a third last week? No, I didn't, actually. I don't think. No, Hanu got that. Yeah, I think in Brands Hatch as well. Brands Hatch was close, but I think Shoemaker got that over me. So I think I got a penalty? I can't remember now. I probably got overzealous on one of those corners and smacked with a penalty. Ooh, it was a bit. Wasn't quite the right line. Main race that I want to do well in, though, is obviously the Nissan. But I'll take this. It's a pretty decent result, all things considered. I didn't put too much of a foot wrong. Wasn't fast enough to catch Mattia, but it is what it is. making sure he had stopped. I had just ended the race a lap early. That would be embarrassing. It's probably something I have done at some point. I think I have. Hey, is everyone done? Cool. Should have enough time to go through this replay, I think, this week. But that's partly because not a lot happened. But I would like to remind everyone that if you check out the top link in the chat... Oh, people's heads sticking up. That's brilliant. If you check the top link in the chat, pin link in the chat, sorry. Also in the announcements in the Discord is a link to a forum. I know everybody loves them. It's mainly to go over future stuff, but there is a little bit of a review in for the current season so far. So if you do have a spare 5 minutes, I do heavily suggest going and popping your thoughts and ideas into there. Because yes, I mean, obviously, yeah, better late or better early to get planning for the next season. Maybe even the next couple of seasons, who knows. We get a good chunk of ideas. Had a lovely start, yeah. Daggering. Oh, that, let's see, how long was your reaction time? Alright. 1 minute. Oh. 7 minutes. Or 6 minutes, I guess. And then I guess it was a penalty. So yeah, 7 minutes. He started the 8-minute mark. Amazing reaction times. Yeah, but Tia didn't get a good start, which led me to pull alongside. I should get ahead. I didn't realize how far ahead I was. Probably should have been more aggressive on the entry then. I didn't realize. I left way too much space. So I couldn't see where he was. The invisibility in this car is surprisingly not great to the sides. A pretty terrible run out of there, which put these two right over my back. Able to hold them off though. And here, both I went in really hot here. I'm surprised I made it. Phil was less lucky though. Oh yeah, over the crest he just is rotating too much. Car didn't want to straighten up. It's unlucky. Yeah, bear went quite deep here. So put on these two. This is probably where most of the action was happening. Let's see, oh, onto the gravel a little bit. Oh, textbook, send up the inside. Oh, he goes for it though. Goes for the cutback. Doesn't quite get it. Tries again. Doesn't quite work out. I think that... Oh. Oh, no! That's unlucky. A little too much throttle. I hit the curb. He hit the sausage. Just hit a little too much throttle. That's unlucky. Yeah. Car said no. Oh. Terrible turning circle on this thing. I think that was pretty much it for the race, really. And a lot else happened. He did go wide at one point, I think. But I think it was the basic going wide. I don't even know when that happened. Sometime up here. Oh, there we go. I just guessed. I got it right. Oh, yeah, it's too hot. Slid the rear. Oh, away he went. Unfortunate. But, sure, put it like that. Let me go and switch over to the Nissan server configs. I'll get the server swapped over to the Nissan. Because we'll be able to start the server in a minute. You know, I guess we can open the server a little earlier there as well. That's the wrong thing. Choice of having not a lot to look at in the replay. Oh, this also has a 20-minute practice? Oh, that's fine then. I didn't realize it would have. Is this definitely the right? Yeah, that seems right. Okay. Cool. But yeah, obviously, don't forget the form in the top of the chat and in the Discord server. Will be very important in for next season, future seasons. Allows you to share some valuable feedback, which I'm always hungry for. I've had a very busy last week. God, that was not a great corkscrew run. Yeah, had a very busy past couple of weeks, but hopefully things should be smoothing out a little bit now. So yeah, should hopefully have some time to actually put some work into improving this more, getting some more of the stuff I want to get set up, and whatnot. Which should be good. Go and kill the Ginetta event. Did I? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Start the missions, and then I will start the server once it ticks over. So this will be a little early. Not that it really matters, but... Ooh, there we go. course, the setup that I put in last week, I think should still be relatively relevant. We'll see. I haven't actually driven it around here. But I made hardly any changes to it last week, so it would surprise me if it was exceedingly different. That's for sure. Where were we at last week? Barcelona, right? Should be good. Okay, not feeling too bad so far. Don't know if I need to slow down that much, but let's see. Turning my outlap, so I need to be pushing too hard. High pressures aren't looking too bad though. So not really relevant. Overshot that. Really? Probably better. I think be accelerating on the exit rather than still being kind of off throttle. Ooh, 1 minute 50. We have a really bad first happen. Don't forget as well, if you are looking to join us with the Nissan, you will need to have a packed data file. You can find one in Discord, or you could generate your own using Content Manager. This just helps keep things fair between everyone, and it means that the server can actually validate that you have everything you need. Or that you haven't done anything funny, I guess. I feel like practicing, so I'll have to learn from me. Alright. Not sure I'm a good benchmark. As I drive and talk shit. Overdid that. Eight. Yeah. Funny, this car is only inboard mirrors. Oh yeah. Not like mirrors on a racing car are much use anyway. Why have them generate drag outside when you could just give more glass to be shattered on the inside? Did you get the memo about the data.acb? Will he get checksum? Seems fine. Push it down a little bit. I guess kind of circle around some of my ramblings in the race. I guess a tricky point. How's the new series going? Hey, Michael. Yeah, they're going all right actually. A little bit of a stumble in the first week because of technical difficulties, but ooh, the car did not like that. Yeah, reasonable participation throughout the first 3 rounds, all things considered. Add up to par of prior SRS numbers. I think we scared a couple off in the second half, though. We'll see. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the tricky thing, right? Is trying to make things fun for everyone in a grid with a really wide skill spread. Well, those tires are going already. Damn. That didn't take long. What was that, like 5 laps? This is... it's 1 minute 50 per lap. But yeah, you're more than free to join if you wish. Wink, wink. The server is open. If you haven't registered, you don't need to. That just guarantees you a slot. At least for now. The original idea was to have them locked up, but I felt like, you know, obviously as people are going to be slowly trickling in, I felt it was probably better to just leave it open. Which is a purple check time. Well, I'm trying to democratize the process more, so who knows, maybe there will be more front-wheel drive showing up. To my dismay, perhaps, but we'll see. Oh, that curve was not good. Ow. Yeah. Oh, 1.234. That's great. Is there anything really I could change? I don't think so. We try. It goes back to 47. Try 48, maybe. Oop. Oop. Clicking on all the wrong things here. Much further music out. Fuck it. It's basically close enough to serious time. The kid. Actually, what if I do this instead? How badly could this go? Gotta find out. I guess with like new series stuff, I guess in an ideal world, it would be great to build up like Yeah, in an ideal scenario, it'd be great to build up like a backlog of ideas, right? And then just like because then we always have something. Yeah, ideally going forward, I don't want it to be all like largely on me for this stuff. Of course, I'm the one who puts everything together and whatnot, but you know, obviously. Not, I don't think everybody wants to do my stuff all the time. Yeah, if we could, in an ideal world, we'd be able to have like a backlog of ideas, right? Then pretty much every season we'd always have stuff to vote on, because then we can just add more to that list over time. You know, carry over the leftovers from last season and add the new season stuff, so on and so forth. Yeah, maybe drop out the ones that nobody gives a shit about. And keep the ones that, you know, were close, but not quite. You know, say someone suggests GT3 at all the normie tracks. It'll go in the vote for like one time, and then like everybody goes, no, we don't want this, this sucks. And then it'll just not be there. But say, like, two cool things were to appear, but people are like, ooh, I don't know which. Then, like, one of them could, like, go on and be, like, put into the vote for next season, and so on and so forth. That's the ideal scenario, really. And, hopefully we can get a few ideas in through this form. I mean, these two series, while they were tweaked a bit, they were largely based off of a couple of ideas I received from the prior form that I put out. They're not, as I said, they're not quite exact, they're not one-to-one. I think for the Ginetta, I changed a couple of the tracks, maybe? And somebody suggested Group C. And while that's a cool idea, I didn't want to spend all the time BOP in the Group C cards, so I thought, oh, you know, I've been kind of meaning to use this car. Because it seems kind of cool. I was like, fuck it, why not? That was kind of like a... Ideally, I would have loved to have had like a vote or something up for last season, but obviously, yeah, we were a bit short on time. But hopefully, you know, getting the ball rolling now, by the time it comes to, you know, like next week or the week after, we can have a vote out which decides on season. Maybe probably next week. I guess probably have to do a cut on next week for like season ideas. And then, like, the week after, vote, and then for the final week we have something put together. That's it, yeah, if we could have a backlog of things, of, like, ideas, that'd make life so much easier. But, who knows? What even is sim racing about forms to fill exactly? My ideal vision would be that everything in the future would be like all integrate into a nice shiny website, and all you'd have to do is fill out. Well, you'd still have to fill out a form. It would just be a form embedded in a nice shiny website, and then people could, you know, all the series ideas could be there, and we could, you know, They could just be there all the time, every time, and then people vote, and then whatever makes it to the top of the pile gets in, or whatever. You know? Yeah, maybe there could be like a vote, a thumbs up, thumbs down system. Depending on the thumbs up, thumbs downs things get from people. That sort of affects their, you know, their ranking. Ooh, a bear slipping in. With the fastest time. Ooh, only just. Sneaky. Okay, this sort of doesn't feel too bad, I guess, with one wing. I didn't really notice much of an improvement, though. Did I even really get to do a lap of it, though? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll run with it in qualifying, and we'll see. But obviously, yeah, that's still a long way out. So at the moment, we're all kind of slapdash together with forms and forms and spreadsheets and Discord notifications. That's likely how it will stay for at least a few months. I do have like a bit of a basic roadmap I have etched out for myself. There's no like set time frames or anything, but it's kind of just the list of things I'd like to get done and in a rough order of getting them done. Yeah, like some of the basic early stuff I'd like to get done, or some of the early stuff I'd like to get done, like the next goals, I guess, would be, one, getting some basic automation set up for the server, so the server can largely run itself, without me having to do anything, besides just feeding it. You know, I just feed it all the server configs at the start and let it do its thing. And also getting a, like, basic website set up. I have the domain, I have, like, obviously I have the server and everything. So, I have all the bits I need, I just need to put something together and get it all, like, linked up and hosted. Of course, to begin with, it'll probably just be a landing page that, like, redirects to a Discord server. And maybe has, like, the... Well, there's, like, a basic homepage of, like, a link to the Discord, the entry form, the guidelines, and, like, the current schedule. And then over time, obviously, we'd expand out with more. Just a kind of easier thing to link people towards rather than being here, Discord server. Instead, here is a page that tells you what we're all about and what we're doing. And you could choose whether or not you want to join. in a bit here. You pay attention to that first quali run, and it shows. There. Like hot on my heels though. Really doesn't help that I'm qualifying a race for, but you know what? I don't care. They're 47.5. No! God. Do I want to run one thing? I don't know. I'll get back up to 2. Well, as well. We're only gonna get one shot at this. Third. Ugh. This next lap needs to be good. Car's feeling a lot more stable though with 2 wing. So it'll be interesting to see what we can do. Damn it. Oh, that's my qualifying done. Shit. Went in too hard there. Might be starting 4th at this rate. It's not good. We'll have to see. Phil's in the pits, actually, so maybe not. Mateo is 7 temps up, though. That's crazy. Eight temps up now. Madness. Absolute dumpstering on the field. 46. My goodness. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Nope. Nope. We're good. We're good. Microphone's back. I thought it had broke. Alright, here comes probably the hardest part of the race. Launching. May think, what the hell am I talking about? But if you haven't driven this car, this thing does not want to grip when you launch. Little too eager on the throttle, and away you go into the wall. Or a nearest car. You gotta take it real careful. But you've also gotta be quick. Oh, Mateo's gone! Hasted point. Pole sitter, nonetheless. She's clean off the track. Steady, how I have not missed you. Certainly the best exit from there. Definitely have a faster car than Mateer on the straights, though. Oh, I'm wide here. That was intentional. Focus on that exit. Didn't quite get it. Let's get a suck through here. Yeah, I think I worked that pretty well. Better than me on the brakes, though. Ooh, little lag there. I think you got wheel spin. Woo, got a bit of a snap there. I nearly carried myself straight off. It worked out, though. He's not in slipstream range. That's good. That's good, though. There's so much through there. He is in slipstream range now. How much can he do with it? Not a lot. Grass there. Oh no! Bugger. God damn it. Make my work so much harder. Be more careful until that happens. Don't know why I stayed in second gear through there. I did. Now I gotta make 3 overtakes. Got throttled too early. That wasn't good. There's a bit of a cork in the bottle, though. It's not really breaking away from the other two. Okay, it is steadily catching up behind, though, which isn't good. lost it. Jump up the throttle quite a bit there. It's going to cost me. That's not as much as it would have if I'd have hit him. So. It seems like he is putting slightly ahead now, though. Faster to fill, even though I had to avoid. Good. I don't know how much faster I would have been had I not. Walking up into there, not a great way to start the lap, but could be worse. At least I didn't spin again. The tear is now past Hanu though, that's not good. If we hadn't seen the championship standings last week, me and Mateo are tied. In pretty much every metric at the moment. Would keep me ahead if we finished as we stand, obviously, even though we are tied. Might help pull Mattia back into this, though. I forget where he was at exactly. He's definitely gaining. Isn't ideal. Big correction there from Phil. Works out nicely for me. Terrible. Blistering lap times behind though. Phil's gone deep. Running. Get better exit than I did. Run out. Storming up the inside. Get back second place. Woo! Okay. Try and catch up to Batia now. His rears are not doing terribly well. Could have been asking a little too much of them, but hey ho. Committed to being aggressive. it all through to the end. Oh, Mattia's binned it! Crazy stuff. Wasn't expecting that. Bill is staying pretty close to me though. Something we'll need to be wary of. And Mattia isn't terribly far behind either. Still 6 minutes pretty much on the clock. Anything could happen. Oh, if it was wide there. Upshift there. It's definitely much quicker than me that time around. Green car is getting bigger in my mirrors though. I definitely don't like that. Seemingly recovered reasonably well from that. Actually, he's still like 6 seconds behind. Could have been worse, I guess. It's all over Phil now. But Phil can hold him off for just a bit longer. Feel the grip going away though. We'll need to be careful about. All materials slung through. Three minutes to go. Woo! This is gonna be pretty tense. Try running second gear through here. Don't know how much that helped, difficult. I don't think it really did. Rubbish through there. Two more laps after this one. Oh dear. Actually, will it be two more? I think it might just be... Yeah. Kind of annoying. Hoping it'd only be one. This might be close, actually. Oh, that's gonna be so close. I have to keep a close eye out on that timer. Great, way too early there. We're off to a great start on this lap. It's like 1 minute 48, I think, when I crossed the line. So as long as I put in a respectably slow-ish time, I'll be able to seal the deal on this lap, but I need to make sure I obviously don't give away too much just to fall behind, because that would be bad. He's in slipstream range, which is not good. He's a lot better through there than I am, but the dirty air wash caught him. Still within that slipstream range, though. They're gonna run out. I think it worked. It's tricky. Oh, that clock is so close. Oh, I think... Yes! Oh, I got a skin on my teeth. Oh. Ah. I was not expecting that to end up how that did. Oh, a little bit of a squabble there. Oh, what a race. It's random Italian slurs. You know, there was a point in the race where I thought that I didn't think I was going to win that. I thought after I spun, that was it. Or, like, sort of spun. Like, quarter spun. I thought that was going to be it. But yeah, that was really unlucky on the start. This car is ferocious off the line. Even as I put the second gear, the car spun. Oh. Yeah, I made sure I was gripped up in first gear before I dared touch in second. Yeah, you just... Oh, yeah, you were burning up all the way. And yeah, the wheels never really gripped up. Unlucky. Yeah, it's so hard to get this thing going. Ouch, yeah, you were the only one too. I was all over Mattia like immediately though. Oh, those two nearly a little touch, but good avoidance. Forced him to lock up a bit, but... Low downforce has been serving me well in this car. Of course, I'm weaker in the corners, but I could just make that much more of a benefit in the straights that it kind of erodes that. Of course, he needs a fair bit of confidence. It's kind of 50-50 for me in this car. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. See how much I pull him in. Even, like, no slipstream. I think the Tia's running a lot of wing. Running away in the championship too. Only just. You were second after all. Actually, I guess with the drop score... no, I think with the drop scores it should still be the same. Because we were identical, even Stevens, coming into this. Yeah, it's just like speed difference. Couldn't quite get as good of an exit as I wanted here. And then we nearly had our Lewis Hamilton Max Verstappen moment, but I I wisely didn't go for it. I'm sure he would have given me space, or I would have tried his best to, but it's not an easy corner to give space through. I was struggling so much, though, on the... yeah, Beckett's. On the exit of Beckett's, I had no front end pretty much every lap. Which wasn't great, because obviously you gotta get Beckett's right, otherwise you are screwed down Hanger Straight. Yeah, I didn't quite get him there. It'd be nice to cover it up at the beginning, but I think in the end it was just too much to overcome. I think you got a bit of wheel spin out of here, yeah. Yeah, there you go. And that threw it away. Now, I got a bit of wheel spin too, which sent me wide. Just, do I immediately throw it away? No, I don't. Okay. You're still making you catch up. Everyone was pretty close though at this point, which is pretty impressive. Not a lot in it. Not most of the field. Yeah, nearly got that wrong. Yeah, I think this car is kind of struck the right balance between you've got to drive it like a lunatic and you've also got to play it safe, but I think hits a nice operating window for me. I guess maybe the key to success is to never fully trust this car. Is it here? I think yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's locked the rear a little bit. Whoop. Here I thought the race was pretty much done. Luckily avoided jumping a place to Hanu as well. Because that would have been hard enough to overtake 3 cars, let alone 4. The slap, okay. Of course, just a reminder, whilst you're all here as well, check out the pinned chat message and the link in the Discord as well for a link to a form. This form contains stuff for the next season, like basically future seasons, and as well as a little bit of a review of this current season for those who have taken part so far. So yeah, do please check that out. That'd be greatly appreciated, because yeah, this will help shape next season. I'd seen someone had done it already, which thanks for that, but obviously, yeah, we want more. I think it's still close between the top 3 though at this point. I think here though, it's where, whoa, he gets on that curb, gets a bit of a snap, and he just gets all out of shape. So easily done in this car. You just get one bad bit and you lose it, and it's so hard to get it back. Just about missed him. I had to slow down a bit more than I wanted to. But otherwise I would have just understeered into him. And that wouldn't have been good. It was unfortunate for him though. Oh. Can you have a penalty? Oh no, oh, he lost it. I was confused. That seemed very random, but no, he lost it. I thought he was just giving it up. That was unlucky. Oh, neutral that. It's great. Jumping forward a bit though. This was all just us kind of closing up to each other. Yeah, Phil went a bit wide here, which put me right up close. Couldn't quite get him here. Obviously just had to settle in. Didn't get a better exit than him here, which didn't help. I was able to weasel my way back into the slipstream range. Nearly died there, but it was fine. Got close enough here. I just thought, fuck it, I'm going for it. And, how close were we? He read that pretty well. Just thought, fuck it. The door's there. I'm taking it. He might have pooped his pants a little bit though, because he did lose a lot of time on the exit. But that worked better for me. And then yeah, here. Probably the biggest moment of the race. Right, I was gonna have to deal with passing Mattia again. But it all went wrong. Oh, that is not how I thought it was gonna go. Oh, that's criminal. Just a little slide, just the tiniest of slides off that curb, and the correction. Car didn't really want to hook up again, I guess, and that correction was just enough to. Bam! That's a big hit as well. Youch. This was like any other sim, though. You probably could have carried that slide through the corner and held it. But this is AC, so to death with you. It's a shame though, because I would like to battle everyone. Like, while it's nice for the championship that I'm like, that people are just kind of giving away places to me. I would like to battle people on track, because That is, you know, where the most fun is. Was he behind? Oh, he was behind. Oh no, he's still ahead. It's before he crashed out. Rivera had to go and pit. That's unlucky. Gets him probably a lot of damage. Or not enough fuel. This thing is a bit of a guzzler. Okay. Catching up to Phil. Let's see the overtake. All over him. Oh, bit on the grass. Absolutely sends it. Oh yeah. That definitely did spook Phil. He was looking to turn and he's like, nope. That's a lot of space though. It's a little overreaction, but in the heat of the moment, I guess. These things come up on you pretty quick. So he probably panicked a little bit. He did a good job at closing up that gap quite well to me. I think when we crossed the line here, my timer was exactly, like, pretty much, as I crossed the line here, my timer was exactly on, like, 148. And I was like, ooh. If I put in an absolute blitzer of a lap here, we'll have another one. And that wouldn't be good. But, I didn't even intend... Oh, no, we were finished. Okay. Should have gone half a second faster. Let's me get the timings wrong. Yeah, here is exactly 1:48 on the clock. I think I got something wrong somewhere. I don't know. Dirty air. I saw you gaining like a bullet here, actually. Ooh. I was wondering how I gained so much time. But wow. That dirty air. Ooh. It's a good save, though. That could have been a lot worse. I just played it really safe on the last lap, though. Knew I couldn't give away too much time. But I was in no rush to get that lap done. You had a higher arrow. Yeah, I only have 2 on the, like, lower wing. Nothing on the top. So, wouldn't surprise me. And I mean, as tradition stands, it never surprises me when people have more wing than I do. Yeah. If it weren't for this, though, I think you would have dominated, I think, the race. Possible to say with how, like, sketchy these cars are. I mean, I thought when I went off, I thought that was the race done for me. I thought that was it in the can. But, like, I knew I could probably catch. But actually getting past all 3 of them, I was like, Helped quite a lot, the 2 of them. 2 of them took themselves out. These cars have been mental, though. I've been enjoying them quite a lot, though. They are very sketchy, but you know, they are quite fun to drive when you get them right. And, I mean, given how sketchy they are, it brings a nice bit of jeopardy into the racing. Always love a bit of jeopardy. I think if these cars were easy to drive, they'd be really boring, because the dirty air would just kind of kind of kind of puts a dampener on things a bit as it is. But the fact that like it's so easy to just get a corner exit wrong, or even just spin, lose control of the car. It just bakes in that layer of jeopardy to add that bit of spice in that you never quite know what's gonna happen. This is definitely a peak contender for AC should have probably had rolling start car. Because probably this kind of start it was designed for, which is ironic, because there's no real proper way in AC to do rolling starts. And if there is, it's likely very hacky. Cool. Surface seems like it's ended all fine. So I will work on getting those results up. If I can find. Oh, I closed the window. Okay. But yeah, another reminder, of course. Of course, top link in the chat, link in the Discord to the form. Lots of useful opportunities for feedback in there, so please do take 5 minutes to do that. It'd be greatly appreciated. Anytime you bog down on wheel spin at the starts, yeah. Oh yeah, I thought it was over with this. But it's like, yeah, such an innocuous like loss of traction, but in this car it's just so hard to get it back once you lose it. Tried to lock the fronts up, but it just wasn't having it. But yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to cover tonight. So yeah. Of course, yeah, I will as I said, yeah, I'll get the results up so we can take a look at those. But other than that, I think, unless anybody has anything they wanna raise, I think this is probably where I shall wrap things up for the evening. So I guess speak now, forever hold your peace. Well, until next week, that is. I quickly work on getting the results up. Need to copy them over to my actual computer first, and then I take them from the bugger. Okay, there we go. Where do I save them? Oh, it's on the wrong place. What day is it today? 18th. So it's these top 6. Cool. Sweet. Ooh. Well, I think that is all. Then yeah, thanks everyone for coming along. I will get everything updated and whatnot. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all next week. And yeah. Adios.